Welcome, friends, to Small Claims. Each week, we'll journey into the ever chaotic, always entertaining world of the 2025 2026 council season. At the center of it all is our commissioner, Dan Marks, part referee, part ringmaster, and the man tasked with keeping this unpredictable league from spiraling into total madness. Then there's me, Kartik Reddy, longtime competitor, perennial bridesmaid, and a seasoned skeptic when it comes to my own luck in this league. Together, we'll untangle the wins, the blunders, and the rivalries that keep us coming back week after week. No more stalling. Let's make our claims. All right, welcome back, everyone. It's week 5 and the season's rolling along. Dan is phoning in all the way from Boston, so expect some wicked commentary. I'm still battling this cough. Don't worry, it's worse for me than it is for you. And in the ongoing saga of The Independent, subscriptions are somehow up. But with no issue published this week, the big question is, was it worth the cost? Now let's get into it. Dan, how is Boston?
Boston's good. How do I? I'm just gonna do it. Why not? We're doing a podcast. We're just doing what it is. Boston, Sam. I saw her.
Yeah.
She saw I was here, and she asked if she could roll through where I was at. And I said sure. She actually lives 1 block away from the hotel that I stay at every time I'm here. So it was just funny. It was, it was fine seeing her. It's kind of like, it is what it is. But besides that, other than that, I was just in meetings all day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I was working from a coffee shop, and now I'm in the airport getting ready to head back.
Nice. We're going to talk about more about that trivia.
Sounds good.
Got questions, and probably not of them good, but I have questions.
It was, no big deal.
All right, now there was one cough, so if anyone's counting out there, it's number 1. I do want to make a comment again about The Independent. This might be just a personal vendetta at this point. There's Kenny Smith, and then there's The Independent.
You've never had those. That's crazy.
No, so there's Kenny Smith, there's The Independent. Dan Martin spoke a big game. Hey, I got a lot of subscriptions to The Independent. No article. So Scott's already failed? 2 paragraphs that don't really have a finish. Not that hard. Big money over here, like Scott said. So we got you traveling for this. We got me at home, holding it down in Philadelphia. So I don't know what Scott's doing over there. I can't wait to have him on this podcast at some point to talk about all this. All right. You got a flight to catch soon, so let's maybe just jump into it. It was a very interesting week, specifically for Emmett and I. We will get to that in a minute. But maybe we'll just start off with thoughts on your matchup with Steve.
I think my team is in big trouble. My running backs are solid. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but Jamar Chase with Browning seems to be pretty bad, which is interesting. Browning in the past has actually done okay, and he's doing pretty poorly. So from a wide receiver perspective, Jamar Chase isn't doing very well, and then A.J. Brown had 1 game where he played well. If you had told me that A.J. Brown would have 23 points through 4 games, 20 of which came in 1 of those games, you'd be pretty surprised. I think we all would. Hurts, in the last game, even the announcers said that Hurts threw 4 balls over A.J. Brown's head, sailed him over. So I'm just waiting. We're all waiting for when he's going to have his freak-out moment.
He had his moment a little bit just recently with those tweets.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
But Steve's looking good, too. His picks, sorry to cut you off,
go ahead.
But Pickens and Etienne have turned out to be pretty good picks now that Etienne's the starting running back for the Jags and CeeDee Lamb's out for the season, so Pickens is a number 1 wide receiver and probably top 10.
I am surprised by that. I did notice, I think, what is Dallas Cowboys have the number 1 in yards per game, 404 yards, but they also
offensively
32 on defense at 424 yards. Not going to cut it. Micah Parsons could have helped. I'm just going to say that. But it didn't seem like it helped the Packers. So I don't know. Any other
fair.
calls that we want to make? Yeah, his team did really well. Your team really did not show up. Jonathan Taylor had a weak game. Kyron Williams. What do you think's going on there?
Yeah, almost no touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams are still kind of warming up their offense. It seems like they've been more passing in the red zone than handing the ball off, like they historically have. But for Kyren, typically he would get around 1,100 yards, between 1,000 and 1,100, but he was their red zone guy. We'll see if that goes back to the way it was before.
All right. So 1 to 5 panic meter. Where are you at? 1 being not panicked at all. 5. Oh my God, I need to do something. Let's tank.
I'm at a 4.
Oh shit!
I am. I think I have really good running backs.
There may be some players to go get.
I thought strongly while I was sitting in the Goodwill Hunting bench, just staring out over the water of Boston Common, and I was just debating, is it my fault?
It's always your fault.
But it's not my fault. I know it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
It's always your
It's
fault.
not my fault.
What would you have ever done wrong? When have I
ever made a mistake about it?
All right, so let's jump on to the next matchup. We had Hardy and Martins. Hardy won that one.
Yeah.
Well, pretty good matchup for him. And he lost Hill. So let's talk about it.
That's true. Not too much to say there, though. I mean, I think Hardy still has the best running backs in the league. There might be an opportunity for him to. I actually wrote this before Hill got hurt, but he needs some more consistent wide receivers, so maybe there's an opportunity for him to trade one of his running backs for one, and that's kind of it. Martins, he is in last, and I think it'll be up to him to decide if at this point he wants to just tank for next year.
Yeah. It is interesting. Yeah, he didn't play Bucky Irving for the second week in a row, I believe. McLaurin didn't play. I mean, this team is pretty strong. Definitely needs, I think, a wide receiver. I mean, we lost Tyreek Hill. He definitely needs a wide receiver. It's going to be interesting who you can go find. I think right now it's a little bit slim pickings for him. Any other call-outs that we want to make? Do we think I guess so it's a 5 for Martins on the freak-out scale.
Absolutely.
From the panic scale. And, I mean, Hardy's good to go. I just have a question around Krosky Merritt. What are we expecting there?
That's tough. The Commanders' offense hasn't been what we thought it might be. McLaurin's been hurt and still coming back, and then you had Jaden get hurt, and he's coming back.
This week, right?
So I'm not really sure what to make of them in general. It seems like maybe and he goes by Bill, by the way, which is really interesting to find out.
Who does?
Krosky Merritt.
Not Jacory?
Nope, he goes by Bill. And
wait,
no one knows. Nobody knows. So
what? Okay.
I think this just might have been an aspect of a lot of cooks in the kitchen, a lot of running backs, and we've seen this in the past where there's just a number of people. A rookie comes in, he plays well in the preseason, there gets to be some hype, and then just nothing ever occurs. Doesn't matriculate.
Yeah. It's a good word, matriculate. Not sure if you used it appropriately, but good word.
That'll be my new thing every week. I'll just use a word and it'll be wrong.
Fourth call. All right, so that is next matchup. We're gonna save me for a minute.
We'll say that one for last. So Daly and Fitz. Yeah, Hampton finally got a little bit more involved, but unfortunately, losing Neighbors for the season it's rough. It's really bad. So I don't know what he'll do. We'll see what happens. And Fitz continues to be pretty dominant, though Lamar's might be out 2 to 3 weeks, and Henry hasn't done much since game 1.
Yep.
So we're going to kind of see what happens there, but Fitz still has a good team.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, do you think either of these players need to panic?
No, I don't think I need to panic. I think that the league is pretty firmly split between the top 5 and the bottom 5 right now. Actually, that's not even fair. Because I think Steve's team is good. I was thinking about you, Emmett, Fitz, and then I think Daly and Steve are kind of vying for that last spot.
Okay. All right, let's jump into Scott and Mealy.
I mean, Mealy has the best pickup of the league so far with Quentin Johnston. He continues to play really well. He seems to be the guy with the Chargers. And Scott didn't seem to embrace the tank, but his players surely did.
Yeah. This is a
So
rough go for Scott. You should be 5
it is a rough go for Scott.
on the panic scale.
But even then,
Yeah.
Mealy, I believe, has the
Nothing to-
least points for and the least points against, and a 3-1 record.
Yeah. It does help.
It's
Kenny
nice.
Gainwell, Scott, on your bench, had a day.
He
Kenneth
really
Gainwell
did.
had a day.
He really
99
did.
yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Mhm.
That is,
Yep.
That's a day. Yeah, I think Scott's going to have to move on. I don't really, I mean, his keepers can't even really tell what those are. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough for
It
Scott.
is.
I think
It really
at this
is.
point. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but
Mhm.
that's not even me taking a shot at the independent. I'm just I'm looking at this team going, woof. Buzz,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, we'll see where Quentin Johnston ends up. I'm hoping that works out for Mealy, because it hopefully inevitably works out for me with Herbert. But at the end of the day, I'm making mistakes there playing who. Travis Hunter, I want to call out a little bit. He's played 30% defensive possession.
They've been slowly shifting him to more defensive snaps. Like he started off offense, and then they're shifting more defense.
What I'm really curious about is if it inevitably does not work out halfway through the season or a little bit further, does Yahoo reclassify? Because they reclassify players.
They do actually. They reclassified a player the other day that I was kind of pissed about. He's a linebacker on the Rams, and he's been just racking up sacks. And then they reclassified him as a linebacker defensive end, and someone noticed and picked him up
Is that
before
me?
I could. It might have been you. He's good. And I was like, man, as a linebacker, he's a risk.
Verse,
As a defensive
right?
end, he's a stud.
Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I picked up Verse.
Yeah.
We'll talk about my pickups. Let's talk about my pickups really fast.
Do it.
That I just made. And because we're going to jump into, I would argue is more the matchup of the week. I was wild scoring. We had Emmett and I both put up 160s. Emmett squeaked out that win. A pass defended here. Cardi starting Tyler Warren or Cortland Sutton or Scatabo or anybody else or even Stroud or May would have won and put me in the 170s easily. Probably one of my better weeks I've ever had in fantasy and showing a lot of strength. This week I'm running into a lot of buys. So I went out there and picked up a couple players, one being Verse, one picking up Danielle Hunter, so dropped some of the Packers there. Hopefully that helps me out. And then I picked up DeMarcado. DeMarcado? Can't pronounce his name.
I'm not sure, but yeah.
Yeah. So Trey Benson went to the IR. They have no running backs on that team. And we will see if something happens there. But yeah, let's talk matchup. I'm going to give a quick spiel about this and how upset I am. But Emmett and I were texting back and forth and talking about this matchup, realizing that neither of us should end up losing this week. Because where did we end up from a league perspective? I am number 2 in points scored, right behind Fitz. And I am number 2 in points against, right behind Emmett. That is insane.
I mean,
Emmett's
you guys
right
both
there,
put
too.
up
Emmett's
160.
Emmett's 3-1.
Yeah. I mean, the three of us are the only people who have over 500 points scored against us. And you two both just put up 160 against each other.
Yeah. And so if I look at this matchup, I'm just bringing it up. Kind of across the board, Nico Collins might be a fraud. I know we talked about Genty. I'm going to just say it. Nico Collins might be a fraud. It's very frustrating that Stroud had a good game and just Nico Collins could not figure it out. He's had over 70 yards every game, which has been great, but I need him to put up like pre-injury kind of numbers because Puka's doing that.
It's tough, though, when you don't have an offensive line. He doesn't have the time to push the ball downfield to Nico, frankly. It makes it tough.
And this is like the first year where I have really had some good running backs. All of them are scoring touchdowns. So Pacheco had a touchdown. Scatabo had a touchdown. He is the starter on that team. I wonder when Tracy comes back if that even changes because it seemed like he blocked really well for Dart. They played really well together. He was a safety blanket for him. It made a lot of sense. Cortland Sutton and Tyler Warren. I got Dalton Kincaid. If anyone needs a tight end, I got Cortland Sutton. Who needs a wide receiver out there? I don't know. Do I need to keep him? Do I trade him? But Cortland Sutton is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Really wanted him.
Yeah, it was a good pickup from me, wasn't it? And I still got Chris Godwin. So I obviously on the other side, we have how do you pronounce his name? Egbuka?
Igbuka, yeah.
Yeah. So Egbuka being the number one receiver there, Mike Evans was there, Godwin will be there, Baker Mayfield's gonna have a day when they're all back together. But it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be well into our season. But hopefully Godwin really picks up, and then I am just stacked at wide receiver, strong at tight end. Like, this is the first time I'm looking at my team going, holy shit. And at the end of the day, when we were going into that Monday night game, Brooks, wow, really showed up for me, and it made it very, very tight. That fumble that A-Chain had could have gone one way or the other. If it was just picked up by the Jets, I would have won. So Emmett and I were both just texting back and forth how tight this was. But I just left points on the bench. And what I want to say, I don't think this is a fluke. I think this team is pretty stacked, and we're going to talk about players at these different positions in the power rankings. And there's something here. I mean, yeah, Chuba may be...
I agree.
Something might happen with Chuba. May not end up being the bona fide starter at some point later this season, even though they paid him. I think that I have ways to kind of position myself. I will say, the verdict's still out. Like, we're still trying to figure out what's up with Gentry, right? That was one of the worst defenses in the NFL, and he did what he was supposed to do. We'll see. That's number 5. We'll see how he ends up going forward. Okay, so that's my rant. What were your thoughts on this matchup?
I agree with everything you said. I mean, look, it was just a powerhouse matchup. Everybody played well, and it's just one of those things where, of course, that happens when you're playing against someone else's team who does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like, it just never happens that way. It's just always like, oh, my team's going nuts. Oh, the one person that I'm playing against this team is also going nuts. And everyone else is like, oh, we put up 100 points. That's how it is.
I look at this. I think my defense, if I can keep picking the right guys, I'm figuring out that space, which I thought was going to be a weakness for me this year. So we'll see. I think there was one more comment I wanted to make about this match. Oh, Yahoo gave me a C+.
Bastards.
C+, and I put up 164 points. But yeah, so that was a hell of a matchup. Great job, Emmett. We'll see where we both end up. Basically, just our teams are pretty even. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's. I know you only got a few more minutes left.
Yeah, no, you're good. I've got like 5 to 10. I was looking over at my gate because I was like, when do we board?
Are they starting to board?
They're supposed to start in like a couple minutes. Okay. Yeah.
So you shared some notes around positional power rankings, and this I
thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be fun just to we're 30% of the way through the season so far. Yeah. And it was like, okay, let's see what the fantasy positional top 10 at each position. IDP, I just did 10, but tight end, wide receiver, running back, QB. Who would I, if we were starting from scratch, based off of how they played so far, who would I put as the positional power rankings?
Yeah.
And then see how, like, who has the most players on that.
Let me hit it with a couple highlights just on the bookend us.
Yeah, sure.
Number one on this list was a surprise for me. It was me.
Okay.
At 8 players.
It is.
Power ranking. I was a bit surprised to see that. I thought Fitz would have been more in that spot. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I actually genuinely, I thought Fitz would have been more there. I thought Hardy would be more at the top. They're both very close. I mean, Fitz has 7. Hardy has 5. I will say also, the free agent group is 4. So there are 4 players out there. Scott has 1. I think I need to make sure I made that clear and shared that information.
I mean, there are aspects to this too, right? Because some people have multiple tight ends. Well, you're not starting 2 tight ends, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I could if I wanted to.
You could if you wanted to. You're not going to. No one's going to. The tight end position is so bad right now. But yes, you do have a really good team. You have some really good players. So yeah, where do you want? Just we'll start off at quarterbacks and we'll go
Yeah,
from there, and then we can
start-
call out how many. So quarterbacks number one, Josh Allen, no question, guy's crushing it.
yeah,
Two is Lamar. However, him just getting hurt is a shame. That's gonna drop him, but he'll be back. So long term, no big
yeah.
deal. Three is Mahomes,
That's
playing
a bit of
very
a
well.
surprise. I do want to make a comment. That's mostly
Mhm.
he's putting it on the ground. That's why. But he's picking up
Yeah,
more rushing yards
that's
than
true.
probably he's ever had. I don't know
Mhm.
if that's actually true. I am just speculating that I think that he has quite a few rushing yards because he's not chucking the ball around as much. Doesn't feel like
He doesn't have any interceptions. He is
he is
playing
not a-
consistent. That's the other thing. A lot, and as we kind of go down this list, some of them they've had really good games, but they haven't been consistent.
Yeah,
Mahomes has been consistent in his fantasy production. Similar, which is why number four is Baker. Baker each week is putting up 20 points. You have some guys on here who put up 35 in a game, and the other games they put up 11. So they're just lower on my ranking as a result of that, even though their total fantasy points are pretty good.
yeah.
Hurts, I have him at 5, kind of for that reason. He had a game with 2 rushing touchdowns and that, but he hasn't been as consistent. Um, Number 6, I have Stafford, who's been pretty good. He is a free agent. 7, Love. Love has been relatively consistent, but has had one really big game and then a lower one. I have Drake May at 8. He's actually gotten better each
Yeah.
week, which is
Yeah.
impressive.
Throw him in the start. It's coming.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't, I don't blame you. Matchup wise, he's been pretty good. I have Dak at 9, and then I have Herbert at 10. And Herbert's actually the exact opposite of May, where his first week he put up points, and then each week since has slowly gotten worse.
He lost to the Giants. I mean, I respect.
Yeah,
the
that is
Giants
pretty
defense, but he still lost to the Giants.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, next we'll head into running backs.
That's 9.
Right now, the league MVP is James Cook. He's playing phenomenal football right now. He's getting in the end zone. He's getting over 100 yards every game. He's just crushing it.
Can I
He's
say this?
a big
So-
reason Hardy's doing so well. Mhm.
Someone I work with, he came up, he showed me a picture. He goes, "Hey, in my league, there's a straight player for player trade. It's Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver at Jacksonville, for Cook." And he asked me, "Hey, do you think it's a fair trade?" I'm like, "Yeah, for the guy who's getting cooked."
Yeah, exactly.
And then he goes, "That's interesting. No one else is saying that." I'm like, "What? What
Did
are
they
we
all
watching here?"
collectively gaslight you?
I don't know. No, it's just no. He definitely was not gaslighting me. He was
It's
really
insane.
asking me, "What do you think?" I'm like, "I
Hell
take
no.
Cook any day."
Yeah,
And Trevor Lawrence
You're
is fraud.
keeping Cook.
Brian Thomas is not going to work out.
so true. So true.
Yeah.
But yeah, next up we have Bijan, whatever he's going by. He seemed to flip flop on that. He's number 2. McCaffrey is 3. He has been consistent, both receiving and rushing, getting in the end zone. Jonathan Taylor, I have at 4. Gibbs at 5. Jacobs at 6, and I think Jacobs is getting warmed up. Saquon at 7. He hasn't been playing that great, but I still think he has to be higher up in the power rankings still to this point. Etienne at 8. Bucky Irving at 9, and then I have Javonte Williams at 10. He has been really, really good so far.
Yeah. Finally. I mean, I've been hoping that you would have a good
I
season.
know.
I'm happy it finally works out for him.
He's a
It
talented
does-
guy. Hopefully he stays healthy.
I mean, you got 2 running backs on here. Steve's got 2 running backs on here. And Hardy's got 3 running backs on here, like you said. He's got number 1, he has number 7, and he has number 9. And Bucky Irving, I mean, he could easily get much higher on this list. Again, watching him run the ball, it's pretty spectacular. Who do you have at like 11 or 12? Do you remember? Who's just outside of this list?
Oh,
Because
I
his
don't.
position, we can play big player.
Kenneth Walker was someone that I was debating at the 10th spot.
Yeah.
He's been really good. And then, I mean, there's an aspect of like a Derrick Henry who had a great first game and you know what he's capable of, but since then has only gotten around 10 carries a game.
Yep.
So we'll see. He could turn that around pretty easily.
I want to just check somebody really quick. Chuba's at 65 season ranking. He's at 43 points. What is Derrick? Who has Derrick Henry? Fitz?
Fitz.
Let's just take a quick look at Fitz's team. I know we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
It's Derrick Henry. 51 points.
I probably got
So
like
Chuba-
3 minutes.
Chuba's probably in that conversation too. All right, let's run. I'll go quick. Let me sprint us through wide receiver, tight
Yeah,
ends,
sure.
and defense. Wide receiver, I'm surprised I only got 2 guys on this list. But Puka Nacua at number 1, which makes a lot of sense. They're
Yep.
rushing the ball with them, throwing the ball to him. It's been fantastic.
He's phenomenal.
Amon Ra, I'd go to war with the guy. Quentin Johnston, you already spoke about him. He's having
Oh, sorry, I made some changes.
Oh,
I actually did make some changes. Yeah, I made them today because I felt I had to make a change because I created this before the Monday night game.
Yep.
And here was just the change that basically so I have Jefferson at 3, Johnson at 4, then Adunze, Igbuka, Pickens, Adams, Cortland Sutton, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. So the difference between the list I originally sent you and after is the Bengals played. And I had to take Chase off this list. I originally wanted to keep him on here. I thought that he might see the ball, and he didn't. Yep. And at this point, I have to remove him because Browning just can't get it done. And unfortunately, that's just is what it is. But yeah, you do it. I mean, you have Puka and you have Sutton on here, both great players. You know, I love Cortland Sutton.
With quarterbacks going down, backups playing, wide receivers thin. Wide receivers super, super thin. So like for like already who needs a wide receiver, having these running backs, just getting Bucky Irving in there, his team is just going to be perfectly fine until he figures out that wide receiver help. From a tight end perspective, you did say
only wide receiver change, so you can go for it.
Yeah, pretty weak position. I mean, you have McBride at the top. I did call him a fraud. Still sitting at 1. We'll see what
McBride has the most targets of any tight end by like.
I mean, Kyler Murray can't
10.
see that far anyway, so that's all he can really do. We'll see. Tyler Warren. That's going to be interesting. Just keeps getting better and better and better. Mm-hmm. Oddly enough, I think this was a rushing touchdown that he had this week, which is his first touchdown. We'll see if they can start throwing him the ball because he lined up at fullback. You have Kraft, who hopefully will stay consistent for Fitz. We'll see. I mean, he's been very good, but curious how they'll play out their season. Dalton Kincaid, tough. Putting him at 4, I think, is a little high. I understand the points are there. They spread the ball around a lot. So his value may not be as good as someone maybe Ferguson or Bowers. Bowers could have a higher ceiling. I mean, being who he is.
He hasn't been Geno's guy like he was last year for the other quarterbacks.
They'll eventually figure it out. I'm sure he will. And then you have Kittle, Ertz, Henry, Hunter Henry, and then Goddard. Hunter Henry's been interesting. He's been very good. Drake, he's been getting a lot of targets from Drake May. I am curious when he moves up on your list and starts putting up bigger points. I did
we'll
try
see.
to run in there, see if I can grab him. Didn't even realize anyone had him, but they always hold him on.
Yeah.
And then lastly on defense, I don't know all these players, but we got 2 free agents in this group. We have Fred Warner, Campbell. Is that Tremont Edwards?
Linebacker on the Lions. I actually grabbed him this morning. Okay. Tremaine Edwards, linebacker on the Bears. He's been playing really well. You have Burns, defensive end. Fitz. It's a good grab. He's playing great. You have Young, also defensive end for Hardy. Derwin James, great safety. Zach Bond, Bobby Wagner, Quay Walker, and then Roquan Smith.
I just dropped Quay Walker, so he had a bye week this week, so I had to drop him.
That happens. I do that with my kicker.
And I got to figure out when I'm going to drop CJ Stroud. So I think that's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Didn't you dropped him today?
That's 10. Did I already drop him? I already dropped
him.
Yeah,
you dropped him today. You already dropped him.
I dropped Tank Bigsby and CJ Stroud. They were drafted pretty damn high. And how I figured it out still is pretty unbelievable. All right, we're going to sprint through Pick'em, and we're going to call it.
I'll just call out the numbers real quick because you mentioned it. I just want to be fair about that. In no particular order on this list, Daly has 3, Fitz has 7, Emmett has 5, I have 5, Martins has 2, Mealy has 4, Karchik has 8, Hardy has 5, Steve has 4. Sorry, you have 7. You have 7?
Just drop Quay Walker.
Right. Thank you. Right. You have 7. Right.
I know the list.
Hardy has 5. Steve has 4. Scott has 2. And there were 4 free agents, though I did grab one of them. So I guess technically, actually.
Oh, Scott has 2. How do you sneak in a second one?
Scott has 2. Scott's
got Bond.
Jack Smith and Jigba.
Oh, okay. Oh,
because I took Chase out.
All right. Well done, Scott. Well done. All right. So I know that you got to go. We're going to hit these pick'ems really fast. We're not going to go over how we did last time. We will maybe post it and maybe you can find a way to show people where our records are, the fan of the week versus me versus
Yeah, I can drop that in there. Absolutely.
11. All right, so we have you versus Martins this week. I am gonna pick you.
I'm actually taking Martins. I think that my team's just
Really?
on the struggle bus.
Got.
I just feel like things are going down.
That's a surprise.
It is a surprise. I think that's just how I'm feeling at this point. That's just how I'm feeling.
Really?
My wide
Okay.
receivers aren't doing anything.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Jamar Chase against Detroit's gonna be tough.
Yep.
AJ Brown against Denver's gonna be tough. Yeah, this is
Yep.
gonna be a rough matchup. I'm still going to pick you.
I appreciate that.
We will see. All right.
Mhm.
Next matchup, let's do Fitz and Hardy. Ooh, that's gonna be tough.
It is gonna be tough. Yeah.
Fitz is.
I'm going Hardy.
Hardy's a slight favorite. You're gonna take Hardy?
Hmm.
I hate Kyler Murray so much.
We all do.
We'll see how that goes.
That's the other
So
thing.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
Fitz
I'll
had
take
some
Hardy.
injuries. Fitz had some injuries. That's why I went
Heath Slater
Hardy.
and Bucky Irving. I'm going to take Hardy as well. So
Mhm.
we're still the same here, right? Oh no, I took you over. Martin.
Yep.
Steve and Emmett.
I'm going Steve. I think Steve's on
Really?
the upswing. I think his players are right now. Yeah.
After a 160-point week by Emmett. You
Yeah.
know what? I feel
Matchups.
compelled.
Bijan's on bye.
I am going to take. I just shit on Brian Thomas Jr. a second ago. I will take Emmett. Just because, I mean, we both put up crazy numbers. I'm hoping he gets that dub again.
Mhm.
And then now we have Scott and Daly.
Daily. It's Scott. There is no question. There's no need to discuss it. Every week. I'm never taking Scott.
I think I'm going to take Scott.
Love
because
it.
He is just going to find a way to fuck himself and not finish the last.
He already has a win. Martins doesn't.
Oh, yeah. And you just picked Martin, so to beat you.
I know.
So I
We'll
think
see if he
Scott
lets
will
that
get
happen.
the second win here. Do I think
Mhm.
Daly's team is? Oh, I'm picking against Daly's. I'll take Scott. I'll take Scott. I will. Take
Sounds
Scott.
good.
And then last matchup is me against Mealy. I'm taking myself.
I picked you as well.
My team is he's got Justin Fields starting a quarterback.
Mm.
I gotta be able to handle this. I'll slide in Drake May, but
I believe in
gotta
you.
be able to handle this. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. All right, Dan, any last words?
Yeah, I got to run.
All right, safe travels. Speak soon. Thanks everybody.
I'll talk to you soon.
Good luck at week 5. Bye.
Bye.